Hey guys, this is Future here. So recently, if you've been on Twitter, you might have noticed a bit of a controversy involving a Vtuber, Chaturbate, and Camgirl. So what's that about? Well, the Vtuber in question is Project Melody, who recently as a Vtuber started to get into using Chaturbate. And what happened was that when she started streaming, like her stream shot up to number one. Like it beat all the other girls, and they were kind of angry and upset about how this newcomer was suddenly able to just take up all this attention. So a lot of arguments were brought against Melody, and the first one being that her model was representing a child. But of course, you can't really say that because it's an MMD model, and ultimately, if you care about the age, it's more important about who is controlling the model. So Melody. But the fact that Melody had the go-ahead from Chaturbate itself implies Chaturbate probably knew her age and determined that yeah, she's legal. Secondly, that it's automating away Camgirl jobs, which is also not true because you need a person behind the VR model in order to make it come alive. And it's otherwise, if you try to automate it, it's pretty obvious, and people will quickly find out like how unnatural it is, and it won't work. Secondly, or rather, the final argument is that that the Project Melody kind of competes with real girls, but that's also not really true because the people that want to watch Project Melody are probably users that are already interested in VTubers, but in this case they want to see VTubers doing NSFW stuff. So the competition really isn't there unless viewers of normal cam girls don't really like what they have and what they have or present now, and they want to move on to something more interactive, which would be Project Melody in this case. So there are actually a number of arguments for introducing VR into the whole camgirl scene. And firstly, it allows for this kind of streaming to be more inclusive, because in this case you don't have to be attractive, you don't have to to have a bombshell body or anything. You just need the equipment, the dedication, and the attitude to interact with your audience. And you just have to throw in some NSFW here and there, I guess. But the second argument is also that it allows for people that aren't confident in showing their actual face to start streaming this kind of content, especially for cam girls with previous bad experiences from being identified, and or new cam girls that want to go into the job but they're afraid of the stigma and the risk of being found out. So this gives an entry point into being a cam girl while maintaining relative anonymity and privacy. So in short, just to sum up everything, VR technology, as represented by Project Melody, allows for a cam girl to become, or rather to maintain her privacy and anonymity while on the job. It makes the job itself much more inclusive, and it also makes the job a much more higher quality experience, since now you have to focus on your interactivity, how you want to talk to your audience, as opposed to just looking good. So overall, I can only see this improving the cam girl space, making the job more safer, much more better, and much more inclusive and such. I don't see why people should get angry. And to be totally honest, I don't think that many cam girls are really even angry at Project Melody at all. I think for the most part, once they come around to using the technology, Project Melody will probably be like some great I won't say ancestor, but basically I think she'll herald in the new era of cam girls. Okay, that's really about it. So until the next silly controversy rolls around, this is Future signing out.